here, and I was thinking today, why don't we talk about how I am feeling at 34, just now becoming a full-time YouTuber, because a lot of times I think people feel like I'm too old to be getting into this, or like they just feel like that they've kind of missed their time to be online, or because it's kind of considered like a young kind of thing to be doing, to be like an influencer or just creating this type of content. But I feel like it's never too late, and that's why I just went ahead and did it, because I mean, I do know a lot of people out there. Most of the big time YouTubers, they have been doing this for a very long time. Like, I started watching YouTube when I was in my, you know, early 20s, probably around 21, I would say, is when I really started watching YouTube. Before that, I don't think I did, but I was kind of late to the game with everything. Like, I literally had a flip phone up until I was 28. So that was like 5 or 6 years ago when I finally got my first smartphone. So I'm kind of like not ahead on technology, but I feel like no matter how old you are, that you can bring value to the online community and to the space. And I was like, whatever. Like, I don't care if I'm 34, you know, I'm not some 16-year-old kid that's like doing some kind of like hair tutorial or something like that, but I do have knowledge, I have experience, and I think that those are things that are important to bring to the space, so you can see people who are different ages. It's not just people who are in their 20s or teens that are on YouTube, like, creating content. I think the older people, we can create amazing content too. I live a very fun and vibrant life, but why not also share that with the world? I think that's important. So it's never too late. And actually, there's a guy locally that I follow, and I think he's in his 40s, and he's just killing it. Like, his channel is just growing amazing. I told him, I said, let's do a collab or something. I don't know what we would do, but I need to plan something with them. I like creating community, and I want to start doing more of that. I will be interviewing my friend, or maybe not necessarily even interviewing, but I will be creating a video of them, and they've been chronically unhoused for 17 years. So I just want to like make a video of them. I think they're going to be getting housing soon. So I want to get a video of like what they're doing in their outdoor space. They like making things like blacksmith type of work, and I just want to kind of chronicle their journey. That's the kind of stuff I want to start doing. Like, I love that. Like, something that is a cause, something that shows other people and like the way that they live, and maybe it's different from you, but it doesn't mean that they're a bad person because their path has been different from yours. I think that's cool. And like myself, like a lot of people I think would look down on that as someone who is more mature and like older, and they're like entering a space that more people consider kind of like a young space, like an area where it's just like kids that are just like doing it, you know, randomly. It's like, it's not really considered like a career or like a good career move to just create content online and that be your job. I feel, you know, like if I just went in somewhere and they're like, oh, what do you do for a living? Because in America, that's always the #1 question. You are your job. I feel like if I told them, oh, I'm a YouTuber, I just create, you know, YouTube videos, that they won't really like take me seriously, or they won't be impressed with my life choices or like what I'm doing with my life. But I don't do this for other people's approval. I do it because I love it. You know, like, more people need to do that. They need to just follow whatever feels right to them. That's kind of how I'm feeling about this space. Is, I mean, I was hesitant, and especially like going into it full time. And you know, because I was like kind of more camera shy, and I was like, but I'm super chatty. I was like, no, once I get over this camera shyness, I think I could just chat away and, you know, just like express my thoughts and ideas, and because I have lots of them. I'm very opinionated. And so I was like, let me just start doing this. So I just kind of eased into it. It took me a couple of months, and then I did a video, and then now it's like I'm unleashed. Like, I'm just making video after video. And they're not really like well planned out though. I don't have a script that I follow. I don't have anything like that. Like, I just kind of just speak about like how I'm feeling and like my ideas and thoughts at that time and like what's going on. I mean, I don't know if this is the kind of content people want to see, but I like making it. So it's gonna be the content that I'm gonna make. And whoever likes this type of content, I guess they'll follow my channel. Yeah, like some of the first YouTubers that I followed were like Bunny and some others, and they started their channels such a long time ago. Graham is another channel that I follow, and he has multiple channels. He started his when he was 28, so he still was way younger than me when he became full-time, like really, you know, like posting consistently. I mean, I have been doing this randomly, like on and off, like for the last like 5 years, but nothing like the way that I'm doing it now. Like nothing where I'm just actually like out there and I'm speaking and I'm just doing it, and I'm doing it consistently, like 2-3 times a week. I'm posting videos, making these videos, and also I had a local company reach out to me and they want me to probably make videos for them. And I don't feel like I'm a pro, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm like, I'm not a pro, but I don't want to undersell myself. So if you want me to like send you pricing for me coming to your business and like creating like a little commercial or something for the business, or my marketing ideas, I have tons of ideas for marketing and like outreach and how you can connect with your market and things like that. Definitely shoot me an email. I think there should be an email in my bio or somewhere on here. I don't know. Is there not a way for people to like message you? I did notice that there was one person that kept commenting, and it's like YouTube flagged their comment or something. Like I approved it, but it's like it disappeared and I couldn't respond to them. And I looked up their channel and it was like a weird channel. It was like random stuff on there or something about like traveling, but they were telling me that they were opening a glamping site, and they were like, I think YouTube like flagged my comments or whatever and it's not like posting. And I'm like, yes, it did, but I can't like, I need to talk to you, like send you some brainwaves or something. Like there's no way for me to contact you. And I couldn't even respond to their comment. It was so weird. And so if you want to get a hold of me, just shoot me an email. That's probably the best way. My whole thing with like starting a YouTube later in life is I feel pretty good about it. Like I feel like that I still have like a very young approach to the world. Like the way that I view the world and the way that I interact with the world is still on a very youthful level, and it's very colorful. Like I still want to travel. I love adventures. Like my personality is quite energetic, and I feel that that kind of thing would do well on the internet. Like I don't know, like I'm winging it here. I've never done this before, but I think it'll be received well. Who knows? Like I have my colorful hair, which I normally have. I absolutely love having colorful hair. I don't know why more people don't get colorful hair, because it is so beautiful and so like happy. I just feel like life is so short. Like why live it just looking one way? Why not change it up? Back to how I'm feeling about YouTube. You know, I'm always gonna get sidetracked. It's okay. I feel like that this is what I need to be doing, and I feel pretty confident and comfortable with this being my career for the foreseeable future. I think more people who are just like quirky and authentic and imaginative and that aren't afraid to say stuff. But I do think I need to talk about that, because you know what? It's part of me. It's part of who I am. It's part of my experience, my life. Like, and I don't really ever talk about it with anyone. So why not talk about it in a video so the whole world can see? You know, that's like my thought process. That's why I'm so great with social media. I just say whatever. I like connecting with people. I know there are people out there who have the same thoughts, ideas, or experiences as me. And it's just nice to see that you're not alone. Like, I feel like that's why everyone's online. Like, they're looking for a connection. They're looking for entertainment. They're looking for a connection. They have, like, they're just having thoughts. And they're like, does anyone else have these same thoughts? Or they're like, man, this experience, like, does anyone else have this experience? And it's just nice when you kind of find that community of someone that has like a similar life or similar experience as you. It just is kind of cool to you know, just to see that. And I think I want to start making more content like that. That is just like my ideas, my experiences. But that's why I feel pretty good about doing YouTube. I think it'll be really nice to do this. And I love, now my favorite videos are where the YouTube person or the YouTuber is just like chatting. Like that's my favorite. Like once I get to know them, then it's almost like they're a friend. You feel like that this person is your friend and you like their ideas or their personality. And I like seeing their personality and their ideas. I'm not uncomfortable with talking about stuff online, like having that out there. I know there was a friend I saw on Saturday, and she did a video just one time, and she's like semi-famous or whatever. She gets like people wanting to be her Instagram friend and stuff like that, but she was talking about how uncomfortable she is too. It's like cringy for her to see herself now years later, and that video is still out there. Like whatever you put out online is forever. And I have all my old videos that I go back and watch, but they don't make me uncomfortable. I'm not like, oh man, I should have never done that. Like, I think it's kind of cool to see your transition, to see how you are growing as a person, you know, through the years. I think that's kind of fun. Like, that's the way we are as people. Like, you are never the same person. Like, every day you get up, it's a new day, it's a new experience, and the previous days have changed you a little. Whether you know it or not, you are constantly evolving and changing. And your thoughts, your ideas, like who you want to be, what you want to be, those things are never like concrete or solid. You can always like evolve, and you can always change yourself. That's what I love about that. Like anytime I have like a personal habit that I hate, I always try to become very mindful and aware of it, and I start to try to change that habit. It can be hard. Like I used to like chronically like dig under my nails. Like that was like my nervous habit. That was like a habit that I did when I wasn't really like paying attention to what I was doing, until one day I just noticed it and I was like, why am I doing this? So I started becoming very conscious of it and was like, okay, don't do that. Don't do that. I still do it every now and then, but it's like I don't do it like really a lot like I used to, which I think I used to be a very anxious person, especially around people, because I just didn't know how to interact with people. I didn't know how you're supposed to create friendships or relationships. It was like so weird and new to me, especially since I'm so disconnected from like emotions. It's really weird to be like disconnected from emotions, but then also have like so much love and empathy for like everything in the entire world and people and animals and stuff like that, but also kind of like be disconnected and disassociated from it. I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can explain that. Like what does that even mean? I mean, maybe I need to get back into therapy so I can like really discuss all of these things with her, because I did an entire year of therapy last year, and all we talked about was just like how my jobs were going, or like what was frustrating me. We never really like got into like the weirdness of myself and like whatever, you know, like how I'm so quirky and how I actually like truly feel, and how I feel about how the world interacts with me, and kind of like how it feels to be in your own like head. We didn't really go into any of that, so I don't really know like what exactly it is. I have speculations as far as like possibly, you know, maybe what I'm experiencing, but it's not very good to like self-diagnose yourself, I don't feel. I mean, you can kind of, it can maybe help a little bit, but I don't know if it's the best thing. So that is how I'm feeling about YouTube. I feel like I don't care if I'm older and I'm just not getting into it. I don't care that it's mostly like young kids who are doing it, or people who are older, they've been doing this for like 10 years. Like, I don't really care. I'm gonna do what I want at whatever age that is. And I think more people should take a page from that book. It's never too late to start over, to do what you want, to be who you want. There's always tomorrow. Well, until there's not. And then it's too late, so why wait? Go ahead and do it.